live on Twitch. Hello. We are back here streaming some Cabinet Arcade and our homebrew campaign Adventures in Alainn. It's a great time. And the party just fought an eye drake last time with some homebrew modifications, but they were exploring the sewers in hopes of figuring out what monster was causing problems beneath the moon Shroud sector of the city. And they found it. It seemed that with the pieces left behind, a couple of guilds were planning an attack on the moon Shroud sector. But to no avail, considering any humanoid forms that were left behind were, freshly deceased. So the party defeated the eye drake with all of its elemental damage and things that it shot at it, including its death ray. It was a great time. And now they're gathering parts of the monster, and they were about to head back up to the surface. Did I miss anything?
Derek got stoned again.
The talking book.
Oh, yeah.
Forget the book.
Derek
we
got
have a new
stoned.
friend.
Oh, yeah, Carl! And they also have a new sentient spellbook named Carl.
Yeah. And Derek got stoned again.
And then I got high.
That's amazing.
Can a dwarf really get high?
Well, I mean, I did this time. I was literally flying, so.
He was. Right up until Mel. No, you landed before Mel forgot that she had a flight spell. I was the one that Mel dropped out of the air.
Yep.
Did Derek get paralyzed again?
He did.
Yeah, he did. That's how we got. That's how he fell out of the air.
And Mel says,
we
"I
really
am
need
so
to get him some
sorry."
anti-parallel.
It's okay, Mel. I didn't fall.
You have wings.
That's why I didn't fall. So she doesn't owe me an apology.
I didn't feel it.
That's true.
No, you
Your
were already
entire
on the
body
ground.
was numb.
You were already on the ground when it happened.
Exactly. You know what they say? It's better to have flown and fallen than never to have flown at all. No,
It's true. Flying is quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know. I didn't get
so
to
I
fly.
have a question to the group.
Or meet the
Well,
meet
everybody
the saint. So there's a lot of things that you have to catch up on.
Ooh.
Soft in the womb.
No,
What I was
but,
gonna say is, if we think that above us is the temple that we're supposed to save, do we want to go out through the front gate, or do we want to just go up through here?
I mean, are they expecting us?
Well, they're
Well,
actually
I
kind of
assume
expecting we're going to
she's waiting for
die,
us at
but
the gate.
I thought she was waiting for us while we came in.
So we want to just go that way?
Yes, well.
Alright, so people have eyes, I have wings, and Glucose has Carl, and I want to pick up the members of the...
Wait, you're picking up their members now?
The moon... I'm picking up the members
Well,
of the Moon Shroud. Derek.
Don't judge. We won't.
Everybody
mean-
has their thing.
People take all kinds of things as trophies, Tom. And we all know
I
that you're
took the
quite fond of them.
wigs. I
We
am
know
big-
you have a sword collection.
I do
I'm so
like
bad.
collecting things.
Speaking of trophies,
We
That-
would love to apologize to anybody listening.
could I have an eye or?
I
All I
know
have are
that
the
I thought
wings. So unless there's eyes attached to the wings, I don't have it.
I think there was.
I got an eye stalk. I think Rylan took an eye
Oh,
stalk.
so you took the sixth eye, but instead of the eye, you got the stalk.
Yeah, the eye stalk in the
Is that
eye
right?
with it. Yeah. The whole wiggly
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, you counted
Can I
6
say
eyes on the creature. 1 was blasted, though, so 5 in total.
The big eye was blasted to bits.
can I see that eye stalk for a moment?
Are you gonna eat it?
Who gave you that idea?
If you're gonna eat it, get another one off the beastie for me.
Fine.
So you guys debate whether to munch on the eyeballs that you found.
I mean, I'm not debating. I'm just doing.
Okay. So Sinevi
Oh, gosh.
finds himself a snack,
Yeah.
and
All right, so I want to take the members of the Moon Shroud, the ones that we found, the bodies, and then the insignias of the other 2 guilds that were co-conspirators, sorry, and bring all that out as evidence.
okay, that sounds good. So you collect both the parts of the eye drake and also the bodies of the Moon Shroud members, and then some of the insignia, and you make your way through the sewers back to the grate that you entered from. And that leads you to the sketchy ladder again. You guys already suffered enough, though. I won't make you roll for it.
I was gonna have to climb it because I'm holding so much stuff. Cool.
So, we'll say you all kind of work together, and Mel helps out using various like levitation charms, and Glucose, I don't know if he has levitate, but we'll go with it. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe Carl does.
Carl, yeah. So Sinevi,
Up.
Sinevi and Ryland. If I can get a perception check from you.
The eye stalk's still wiggling. Is it passive perception or is it active perception?
Actual perception.
Okay.
See.
Very nice.
If my sheet would stop bouncing on me, I'll give you a roll. Perception. No, I think that I hit persuasion. Sorry.
You're all
There it
good.
is. Sorry.
That's
Although
okay.
that natural 20 is kind of cool. Oh, it's rolling with advantage. It was actually higher for my persuasion. That's sad. That is really sad.
That happens to me all the time as my cleric who has like a really good perception. So,
I have like a +5 to my perception and 0 to my persuasion, and my persuasion was higher.
yeah.
That's weird.
So, you're making your way out of the grate, and you're trying to lug these corpses up with you, following the sketchy ladder leading to the top. And you don't see Onyx anywhere immediately. But you all kind of make your way to the top and kind of stand around the grate that you climbed out of.
I'm just gonna yell, Onyx!
And let me roll for anything. God damn it, Mel. So
Just gonna call her.
at this point, they rolled really well on stealth, so you kind of see a blur of shadow behind Mel, and you see her kind of get pulled back, and then suddenly there's a dagger at her throat, and you see Attila, the pirate leader, standing there with some of the other pirates.
Hey, Attila, long time no see.
Hi. We can explain.
Cut the chat. Where is my ship?
I mean, hell if we know, it's probably on the bottom of the sea by now.
You did what?
Well, turns out none of us actually knew how to sail.
Yeah, the smartest one of our group, you have your dagger to her throat. She could explain everything.
Mel, you notice that they probably get the sense that she's a spellcaster because they also have her mouth covered, so she's not able to say anything.
Darn it, I thought that might work.
I mean, if you want the short version, we're told by a very convincing and very angry spirit in the world that we should get the fuck off her island, and we did.
After she kind of set one of our people ablaze and made them crispity crunchity.
Well, you probably did something to deserve it. And now you owe us gold for the ship that you sunk.
Take that up
Well,
with
how'd
the
you
gnome.
get here? I mean, you must have... Take it up with the gnome. Alright, yeah, throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the one who burned the spellbook.
It was kind of his fault. Yeah, it was all kind of his fault. But we did kind of steal their ship and kind of we should owe them a ship.
We
How
borrowed
much do we owe you?
Well, ships aren't exactly cheap.
I mean, it's probably still in the harbor. You can just go and take it.
You just said you sunk it!
I said it's probably gone under by now, but it might still be there.
We didn't sink it on purpose, let's say.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I take that 20 that I rolled earlier?
We'll say this is a new one.
A pre-roll.
Okay. So,
I don't have to be the only one that rolls, guys.
it was mainly Ryland
thought
and
you were-
Tom doing the talking.
Oh, okay.
So if Ryland wants to roll too,
I have
you
Come on,
Why not? I'll go ahead and see if I
lightning
can
can
do one
strike
too.
twice.
go for it.
11.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 17.
I'll burn inspiration. Why
See,
not?
I knew it.
Come on. Ooh, whopping 2 better.
Nice.
I'm apparently fairly persuasive today. I don't know how, but I'm fairly persuasive today.
It's because they're better at dealing with women than men.
It's true. They do prefer to deal with women than men.
So at first they look very angrily towards Tom and even Sunivi. But then taking in Ryland's words, they're like, we'll let this go for 500 gold.
Okay.
I have a suggestion.
All right, Derek's suggestion first.
If we were to help you to recover and repair your ship, as well as resupply it with more aid for those left on the island, would that go some way to help square this debt? Also, I want to apologize on behalf of my comrades. I would have tried to stop them, but unfortunately I was at a stone at the time. They can get impulsive, especially when scared of immediate immolation.
I mean,
Literally, that was
Yes,
his
what?
spell name.
I mean, to be fair, she was being very insistent that we leave.
Yeah. And we'd already mixed
Sure.
off the Fae goddess, so, we probably, we didn't want to upset her anymore. And yeah, okay, we might have been a little hasty in taking a ship when none of us knew how to sail. See, had we thought about things a little bit more, we would have gone, hey, maybe we should wait for somebody who can sail so we don't end up like drowning ourselves. But yeah, maybe we were under a command spell, not sure. It all happened very quickly.
All right.
But what I was suggesting is we did solve the issue on the island wherein there should be no more undead attacks.
I mean, did we really? I mean,
Is that accurate?
we did kind of hook up their face spirit with a necromancer.
You did what?
Yeah, but if that solved the problem, then
Your face spirit and the necromancer seem to kind of have hit things off.
that's how it was when we left. I don't know what the situation is now. How's the situation now?
We left in pursuit of you. We have no idea.
You know,
Oh.
that is kind of irresponsible, you know, leaving you.
You stole our ship!
I mean,
But you must have had another one.
Most pirates do. But and at this point you see Onyx come from around the corner. And she just says, "Alright, no need for theatrics. Take the dagger away from the woman's throat." And the pirates kind of point their weapons at Onyx instead. And she just says, "I'm of the Moon Shroud Guild, and we don't take it too kindly when pirates are interrupting a mission that we must see to completion." You know Zayden doesn't take too kindly to that. So unless you want...
Alright, I'm gonna sit down and minor illusion some popcorn.
And then she just says, "Unless you want..."
I'm literally going prone to watch.
That's amazing. So Onyx just says, "They offered to help with your ship, and it sounds like they'll compensate you. So why don't we just call this done?" We don't need any more blood on our streets right now. And the pirates kind of look back and forth. And actually, Ryland, go ahead and make another... We'll say Ryland and Sunevi since you have the highest. Go ahead and make another perception check.
Okay. I the one I'm pretty good at it. Ooh, let's see if I can get
13.
something slightly
Use
better.
guidance.
Oh,
You can do that. You can do that. Oh, I
Nope,
can
I-
guidance you.
that's
I
not
can
gonna help.
guidance you.
That's not gonna
Oh.
help.
Oh,
That's a 6.
well, that's persuasion.
Oh, it's a perception. Oh,
Perception. You're all good.
That's slightly better. 17.
There we go. So, Sunevi, you notice out of the corner of your eye, there's suddenly this, like, shadowy version of Onyx that appears where Mel was standing. And then Mel is bamfed somewhere else around the corner.
Out of pure instinct, I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it at it.
It just kind of dissipates.
Oh my gosh.
And now...
Oh my gosh, we're in the Matrix.
And now the pirates are looking around for Mel angry, and they look back at Onyx and just say, "What did you do? Where did she go?" And they start searching around. But Attila looks towards all of you and says, "Fine. We'll see what we can salvage of the ship and what repairs need to be made. But it's coming out of your gold bag."
Cool.
Fair.
You're
That's fair.
you're assuming we have gold.
How much?
And
Well, she said 500, but
this is actually better than what was originally suggested, because the original amount was 500, but they're gonna take a look at the ship and see if they can even find it. All right. So do you guys?
Oh, we know where we parked it.
Do you
We
guys head
remember
with
where-
them?
What
I
did
mean,
you decide?
Derek was entirely serious in his offer to try and help them to refloat it and possibly repair it. Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
cheaper to repair an existing ship than to buy a whole new one, potentially. There wasn't that much wrong with it from what I remember. It's just that we were crap at bailing, basically. 'Cause
Yeah,
none of us
pretty
bothered.
much.
It's true, but where did we buy it?
We parked it at the dock. We Jack Sparrowed our way into harbour and let it just sink below the waves just as we hopped off onto the boardwalk.
True.
But you have heard of me.
The pirates look like so angry right now, just at all of you. Um,
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of your own fault for not, having your ship properly secured.
and so
Or I think you could argue it was the fault of a group of individuals who didn't know how to sail and yet chose to
That's more thinking.
Try to sail into
a pirate ship and try to
I mean,
sail it across the sea.
Yes, but again, we did somehow manage to steal the ship. 5 of us.
That just
We
shows that we're good
pirated
at being
it.
thieves
We
or
pirated the pirate
pirates.
ship.
It doesn't show we're good at being sailors.
We were very bad at being sailors, to be honest.
I mean, we made it in one piece.
Well, there is that.
Well, generally, you want to be able to leave in one piece as well.
True.
So, who would like to lead the effort to find the ship below the waves?
What kind of role would that be?
Probably survival.
Oh wait, below the waves in that
Okay,
case.
oh well, if it's below the waves, then it's Sinevi because he's definitely the swimmer who can stay under the
I
log.
mean, I can hold my breath for like 15 minutes or something.
Nice.
I mean, I can probably swim and I have pretty good survival, but
Oh, and I have
he's
swimming.
definitely
and
our,
speed. I have a swimming speed.
yeah, he's definitely our swimmer.
I mean,
Strong
y'all don't know
swimmer.
this about me, but I have picked up some new toys, such that
Tom, we
I
don't
could
need to hear about
swim
what you
for an
bought at
hour.
Leather and Lace.
fine, whatever. I didn't want to go swimming anyway.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
You are-
I hear you say something about new toys, and I can't resist.
That's
We're
amazing.
I
pretty sure,
understand.
but,
I understand.
but you are a fire-based demon. They don't tend to do well in water.
But I can change. I can change.
So,
People
That
can
is
Can
pretty
you
cool, to be
though?
fair.
so
Can
Tom,
you though?
Oh, you can't.
Prove him wrong. You can be anything you want, Tom.
Do you go in the water with them?
I'll go in the
No.
water.
It's okay,
Then
Tom.
I'm gonna
You can
hold
come
on to the stuff I was holding on to.
you can come into the water if you really want.
And you guys are just carrying corpses with you to the front of the dock.
Completely
Yeah, what?
unconcerned. Just like, oh yeah, your ship's somewhere over here.
And the weird thing
Yeah, we
is, a lot of individuals don't seem shocked in the slightest. They're just like, just another day in Palumrock.
Nobody seems shocked that we're carrying a whole pile of corpses through town. Love it.
We need to get out of here.
We probably should leave town.
So, you guys make it to the dock. Sinevi, go ahead and make a survival check with advantage.
Oh,
Since you
sweet.
have help from Ryland.
Sweet, and I will also go ahead and give myself guidance just to make absolutely sure that's an additional d4 for a total of 27.
Nice.
So, on the 27, you definitely find it. Go ahead and roll a d100 to determine what state it's in.
Do we
Come
want high or
on.
low?
Well, you're getting low. You're getting a 4. Take it or leave it.
Oh boy.
So,
Why do I have a...
Not what I expected.
you find
Thought
a,
that the raw edge of the blue sticks
caught
it and ripped.
you find some wood,
It had sloped in because
You find a piece of the ship.
not at all put together.
yeah.
It's completely demolished. And you see
I'll-
off to the other side of it that another ship must have accidentally run into it, thinking that it was a place that they could dock.
Out
And
of character,
those sailors are
do I-
looking very pissed in your direction.
do I at least find the steering wheel?
Sure, I'll give it to you.
Sweet. So I'll just break the surface with the steering wheel. Got a wheel.
And the pirates are like steaming out the ears right now, and they're just like glaring at all of you. And Attila just says, "Where were we? That will be 500 gold."
I found a wheel.
We found it, but yeah.
It's gonna be fine. Wood floats.
Not always.
Anyway, let's let's IOU for a moment, because if I deliver these bodies and these insignias, I might get paid for that mission that you interrupted, and we can give you what you need to replace your boat that we stole. Eh? Eh?
Make a persuasion check.
Eh?
Do you want some guidance on that?
I do.
Okay, a guidance. Ooh, nice.
I want them to start liking me.
Okay.
30-20.
And they kind of look towards Onyx and they just say, "And you're the one who offered this mission?" And she just shakes her head, and they look back and say, "All right. We'll be waiting in... What tavern do you have in your district?" And Onyx just says, "I would recommend the Firefly Tavern."
Is that the place with the grey grog?
That's actually a different one. In the dock district, it's the Dreary Inn. And Onyx says, "No offense, but I don't know how I feel about you spending the night in our district, so how about you stay here in neutral territory?" And you see them kind of huff and puff and head towards the Jury Inn.
Ooh. Well,
And before she gets too far away, Attila just says, "Bring us our gold by morning, or we're gonna kill all of you."
Well, if you give us a second, we might be able to settle up now. How much has everyone got?
you missed when we kind of helped helped Jerry. It helped Glucose get some spells and
Get it.
stuff.
Hey, I have this fancy pearl.
Let's see if we can use this as a way of begging Onyx for more money.
Pirates like pearls, don't they?
It's a
They were
pearl
the
of
one.
power.
They were the ones who gave it to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, they're on their pearl back.
Do you say that to them?
Let him go to the Dreary Inn. Come on, guys.
Call it even. Fine, let's go to the Druid Inn.
No, I thought
No,
we were going
we're
to
following
return
Onyx.
bodies. We're following
They're going to the Dreary Inn.
Onyx.
We're gonna meet them at the Firefly Tavern later.
But I like that Druid Inn.
It reminds you of home.
Oh, but they have some very nice grog.
Okay.
So, the pirates are heading to the Jury Inn. You guys are heading back to the Moon Shroud sector with Onyx, it sounds like. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you head back into the Moon Shroud sector, and again, No one. You have, like, every once in a while, you'll see someone, just like a commoner or like a merchant, who looks at you in disgust as you're carrying bodies through the streets. But eventually,
Smelly bodies.
yeah, very. You make it to Onyx leads you toward the guild hall, and you actually end up passing both the Temple of Mona and the astronomer's magic store that you went towards earlier. And you also see a tavern too, and you assume that was the Firefly that she was talking about. But she leads you toward the guild hall, and it's actually above ground. And you see a lot of like moon symbolism and tapestries with the guild colors of purple and blue. And you also see that they have inside the main foyer area, they have a bar, a job board, and there are several individuals that seem to be mingling and talking business. But Onyx leads you to an individual kind of seated in the corner, just taking everything in. You see a drow male who's wearing very nice clothing and seems to have some sort of like billowing neck piece. And he's actually holding an umbrella indoors, and the umbrella seems to be almost like raining a shadow around him.
Tonight though, so that I can help him in the morning.
You do realize it's not raining in here.
Inside
right?
and outside.
And Onyx just whispers,
Okay.
that's because drow are
Okay,
sensitive
I-
to sunlight.
Because if I were you, I probably would be like, Dan, can you stay home? I need the emotional support.
I need sunlight in here.
So,
There is to a certain
I was gonna
extent.
say, aren't we? Oh, okay. So it's not like we're completely inside. We're like on a patio kind of thing.
now you'll be lucky.
Yeah, so it seems to be having like some sort of like stained glass windows with blues
Okay.
and purples, but there is a good deal of sunlight coming inside.
Okay, okay.
But you get the sense that he sticks to the corner on purpose.
He's found the darkest corner in the room and that doesn't get direct sunlight.
Yes. So, Onyx just says, I introduce you to the guildmaster, Zayden Guest. And he grins, this big, kind of toothy grin, and he has, actually red eyes, so it can be a little unsettling at first. But he just says, these are the individuals you sent to deal with the monster in the sewers? And he's kind of like sizing all of you up and down.
May I ask? Well, most humans have red eyes. It's usually because they are colorblind. Are your red eyes kind of because you're colorblind, or is that just a natural thing for you? Because your eyes are amazing. I'm
Well,
sorry.
thank
Is that
you.
a rude question? I didn't mean to be rude.
No, it's just part of my drow elven features, you could say.
Again, your eyes are very stunning. Sorry about that. I know it was a little out of place.
So tell me.
You got a nice place here.
Thank you. Seems you're one with taste.
I try. I can always appreciate a good temple in honor of the great. What's this god's name?
Isn't this the saint that we met?
Not the one you met.
Nightingale? No.
This one's the Saint
No, this is a different
Mona.
Oh, Saint Demona. Yeah.
So you would know Mona's the Saint of Moonlight.
all about that Saint Mona. So,
Wouldn't that
good news, bad news.
Wouldn't that technically just be the
Good
Saint
news
of Sunlight?
is no, that was sunlight is.
No, but like moonlight is just
I don't
reflected
know.
sunlight.
It's a reflection of sunlight, yes.
As they say that, Derek is just trying not to crack up and smirk.
And Zayden doesn't seem like at all offended. He seems more amused, if anything.
Finally, we're amusing.
We try to
So
be
yeah, so
amusing.
I want a good news, bad news. It's the good news is the monster's dead, and I'll take out the wings. And we also have some other body parts to prove that this was the thing that was killing your people. Bad news is these are the people it killed, and we'll present the bodies in case you want to give them a more honorable burial or cremation or.
But if you don't, then absolutely let us know, and we'll take care of that.
And Zayden just kind of smiles and says, I do appreciate a group with such honor. You all intrigue me, and thank you for bringing back our fallen. What are your names, if I may ask? Some people prefer to remain anonymous around here, so if so, I'm not offended.
I'm gonna give a very obvious wink to Mel. Because I'm sure
And that's
she would rather
Stacy
be
fake
anonymous.
name. And that's Stacy fake
and-
name.
Stacy Fake. Sure, you say that. I'm gonna say I'm Tom, fan of the Devil in the Sheets Guild over in Crestbourne, and I'll flourish wings and give a very ostentatious bow.
Nice. I'm rolling to see if he's heard of it. He's absolutely heard of it. And he just keeps smiling. Says, nice to meet you, Tom Fan. I've heard of this Devil with the Sheets before. Posing
Yes, our arch
as
nemesis are the.
a...
Well, I was gonna say that we hate the Arcane Defiance. Yeah. So.
Ooh, interesting. I've heard of them. However, luckily for you, they don't really settle here around Palumrock. There are much worse guilds.
Good. Yeah, like the Phantom something and the other one. Masked Requiem and the Phantom Vanguard. And those are the insignias that were on the bodies, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So the one actually wasn't the Masked Requiem, it was the Fiends of Prestige.
Oh, Fiends of Prestige.
But you have heard of the Masked Requiem. They were the guild that you were told by Onyx had a little bit more morals than most in Palumrock.
Right. They were the ones that might help us find Alliance people.
So Zayden says, interesting. And you show him the ones you found in the sewers?
Yes.
Okay. So he says, I knew the Phantom Vanguard was being more hospitable towards the dynasty as of late. But it's good to know that the Fiends of Prestige are involved. They would bring the magical expertise. That leaves me the question about the Iron Blades. Wherever the Phantom goes, Iron Blades tend to follow. So, I'll look into that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can have one of those enemy of my enemy situations, right? If the Iron Blades turn on the Phantom Vanguard. I mean, this seems like a better deal for thieves guilds.
That is true. We might be able to sway some of the other guilds in our direction. Well, it's concerned me that the dynasty is more present than ever. If you know the history of Plume Rock, you know that it was originally the dynasty's capital, but it fell during the war, and instead of rebuilding it, the dynasty abandoned it and left it to, well, essentially the citizens, but eventually guilds started forming and powerful merchants began forming more guilds, and it kind of is what you see today.
I'm not really familiar with the politics of all this, but did you ever consider, joining the alliance?
It's
You are
too
on the
far.
border. I mean, you are fairly close to the border, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, it's just lines on a map.
I see your point.
And it's not like we're really following the laws anyway. So, I mean, you don't really have to pick a side, do you?
Well, that's actually why Plume Rock is the way it is. And you would find that getting the entire city to come to a unanimous decision to follow the alliance would be very difficult. Things are so split as it is. I wouldn't be surprised if the Masked Requiem suggested
For
it,
now.
but even our guild probably wouldn't follow suit.
Out of spite for the other guilds, or just because it does not seem like a good idea to pick a side in the war conflict?
Well, we worship the Saint Mona, and that's our primary goal, is doing her will. If something seems a threat, of course, we will step in and form a temporary alliance as much as we can. And then, after the threat is over, we'll go back to being neutral. But
Yeah,
that is the
fair.
will of our saint. So you said...
Speaking of which,
Oh,
does
you
one,
cannot hook up with Moana.
who said anything about hooking up?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed.
Oh,
mean,
he thought that was your next question.
No. I mean, she's probably single, but I doubt that they date outside of their, I don't know, sanctuary, circle, group.
They like to keep it local.
Yeah, I assume. Classism is real. I, as cool as I am, I'm not saint level cool.
Modest, isn't he?
So, this guy just seems like really amused and kind of crosses his legs and puts the umbrella back behind his head.
But what my interests lie not only in aiding this guild from my time in the Alliance, but perhaps procuring fancy tattoo.
We give tattoos based on level of loyalty. If you're interested in joining, it seems you've proven yourself. If you're talking magical, however, that would come at an additional cost.
And did you guys want anything? I think you guys were also looking for.
Well, I
information
kind of have
about-
magical tattoos on my arms, but I wouldn't be opposed to getting another one if available. But
And I feel like I already have a magical tattoo.
your tattoo on your back is pretty bitchin'. We were also looking for some information regarding the prison.
The prison?
Yeah.
Yes, we have reason to believe that one of the more prominent Alliance figures is headed there via the Phantom Vanguard, actually.
Interesting. That would explain the dynasty ships in their sector. So you're looking to head to this prison. It's
Right, Glucose?
and you just hear, "We gotta spring the boys." But Zidon just says, well, I don't know much about this prison, but I've heard the worst of stories. If I recount correctly, anyone who's tried to escape doesn't go well for them, and I can only imagine if you're the ones going there.
I mean, didn't that necromancer say she managed to escape?
I told him about it, Daddy. Put down
She did, and so is Glucose. So there's a couple escapees.
Interesting. It might definitely be possible. From what I've heard, it's definitely layered to where they have, of course, like a standard prison area for just normal scoundrels and thieves, but then as you go deeper into the prison, it's where their enchantments come into play. I don't know what they are. Like I said, I haven't really had to break anyone out or plan to go in that direction, and saints help us if I ever do.
Do you have people that you need broken out of there?
As of right now, no. We stay neutral enough to where the dynasty doesn't really look in our direction a whole lot.
Smart.
Masked Requiem, however, with them being traitorous in nature, I would maybe ask there for looking for people to conspire with you. I've also heard rumors that the Phantom Vanguard, ever since the dynasty arrived, has been trying to reconstruct a temple to Lycidas in their sector. Which, of course, defiles everything we believe, so we're keeping a close eye on that.
Is that the god of... Sorry, I don't know all the gods. Is that the god of sunlight or something?
No, that's the bad one. Lycidas
Yeah,
is the one.
Lycidas, that's the deaf guy.
Oh, okay.
And the main character in Lycidas Dark Desire.
Oh, right. That's why I know the name. Okay.
But if you're... What is it you're looking to do exactly? What are your goals here?
Well,
Cause mayhem and chaos. I mean, sorry, what were you saying?
I could have guessed that about your group. I don't know, I just had a feeling.
That's not really a goal. That just tends to happen.
It's true.
Anything
so
more specific?
Kind of on a loose rescue mission-ish, and they're important to Crestborn, and to me personally, but mostly Crestborn. And in theory, once we've rescued this person, she'll kind of give us more direction to keeping certain things away from the Alliance. Because certain high up or members of the Alliance, not the Alliance, sorry, the dynasty would like to keep doing all this licentious stuff.
That would explain the temple then. It seems like their moves are getting a little bit more bold as of late. At first, the presence of the dynasty itself was unsettling, but with the guilds...
Yeah, they ransacked my city.
I did hear of that, yes.
I
And
mean, technically it's my city.
No, your swamp is fine.
Yes, but I am the people's representative.
Yeah,
That
the
is
people's
true.
representative is not even the governor. Is like your chief operating officer of the city for the people.
And
student council president.
Yeah, student council
I
president.
thought it was more than a student council president. He's like an
I'm kidding.
ambusher.
As
He's
true
like
as
a
this
mayor.
As true as this is, Tom, what are you?
I'm nothing.
Tom Fan of the Devil in the Sheets Guild. That's who I am.
If you have loyalties to conflicts and loyalties to politics in Crestbourne, I would keep that to yourself around here as much as you can. Of course, I won't say anything. Who am I to judge? What paths of life you come from, but just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That kind of sounds like a Wilfred.
A little veiled threat, not very veiled.
Oh no, I'm just warning you about the other guilds.
Yeah, we've just learned that certain guilds really don't like Alliance people, and you're a higher upper Alliance person.
Just said I'm not a high.
Blabbing that out.
Make up your mind.
Well, I don't think you are. But if you think you are, and you can convince them that you are, then they might kidnap you next. Although, if you get kidnapped, that would put a man on the inside.
It's true.
Indeed. Don't get an adios.
No, I mean we could put you in glucose.
Because I'm sure he's still wanted.
Yeah, exactly. So we could talk to Masked Requiem, and we can get some Phantom Vanguard clothes, and we could turn you over, and you probably end up on the same ship that's holding the person we're trying to rescue.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm pretty sure if I'm going to be locked in a small space with glucose, one of us is not going to make it out alive.
Do you think
Two
he
birds,
tastes
one stone.
sour?
Possibly.
Moldy, if anything. Moldy cheese.
And Zayden just says...
But yes, this is all good.
Yeah, it's certainly something to consider.
Yeah.
Zayden just says, one thing that does concern me is that Plume Rock would make a perfect base of operations for the Dynasty's navy. With the coming war and everything it sounds like is brewing. If you catch wind that they're looking to regain control of the city in any way, know that you'll have the full support of the Moon Shroud. Because that is something we would not tolerate.
See.
We like the fact that Plume Rock is neutral, and don't want the Dynasty ruining that. So, if things are looking to be brewing in that direction, well, trust me, I will be looking into this.
Yeah, we don't want a Dynasty getting more power either. So that our goals are aligned.
Well, I believe I owe you some gold. And do Of course, take a look at the job board if there's anything else you are interested in. We do have money to spend, and you've proved yourself very capable.
Speaking of rewards, we're going to deal with those fallen guild members.
Yes, you did go above and beyond what was requested.
Was more thinking if I could have them.
Oh, no, we'll bury them and notify their families.
But why?
Well, then he
That's
smiles
what
and just
Sofskins
says,
The families tend to like to know, and a lot of them tend to want to have a place to visit the deceased.
if
Can I at least get
no
us
one
some
is...
prime cuts first?
And
Zayden just
If you
smiles
want,
and
we can go
says,
back to the sewer.
make a persuasion check, Sunefi.
I will give myself guidance for this. It probably won't matter, but no. Oh, well, it actually might. Also, that is fucking bull. Also, that die fucking bullshit is completely untilt, but whatever.
So, Zayden just
So,
goes,
guidance, so 70.
nice. If any of the corpses are unclaimed, we will let you know.
I guess that will suffice.
We can go back to the sewer and get the other 2 bodies that we left. All I took were the insignias.
I mean, good, but it's all the way down there.
Anyway.
Roll something real quick. Okay. So, you see Onyx gathering bags of gold, and she seems to be carrying the weight of it all pretty well, considering it's for 5 different individuals. And the guildmaster Zayden just says, well, you did go above and beyond, so we've decided to increase your pay for this job and give each of you 159 gold.
cool, that might just cover our debt.
That sounds ungrateful, but I still would really rather prefer one of those bodies.
He said he might have it.
You might get one.
And Zayden just says, we have some steak in the bag.
I guess that'll do.
He has, like, one of the thieves bring you back a steak.
So, there was talk of a cost associated with the more magical tattoos. How much is one of those?
That you would need to talk to the astronomer about. He's the one who does our guild's tattoos.
Sounds good to me.
Are you interested in joining the guild? I can write a letter to send with you if you'd like.
So, I hope it's not a conflict of interest, because I feel like my time in the Alliance territories, I rep the Devil in the Sheets Guild, but my time in Dynasty territory, I would be more than willing and honored to represent St. Mona with the Moon Shroud Guild. Not only the tattoo, but perhaps some exterior attire or what have you.
Well, you've proven useful in this task, and hopefully a future task for us. think that would be okay.
Awesome.
Just don't do anything that betrays our trust in that.
No, I do think our goals are aligned, and I'm all about, sainthood, saints. I've seen Fossick do some good work, and Nightingale is chill. So maybe Mona will visit me in a dream. I don't know.
I don't know if she'll want to visit your dreams.
I think your dreams are generally not polite.
You don't know what I dream.
Well,
This is where we find
You'd
out
be
his
surprised.
dreams actually
you've
just
you've
actually
called
just
waking up. Sometimes you talk in your sleep, Tom, and I'm not sure.
his dreams are
And I
probably just him
believe the
being
times
hugged
that
by
you.
his mother.
That's what I was going to say. You've heard me talk in my dreams, and I've said "mommy" more than once.
Exactly.
Just you dreaming of your mom hugging you and telling you she's proud of you.
That's so sad.
Is that so wrong?
Or memories of a very different kind of service.
You guys are horrible.
I'm just looking for love in all the wrong places.
Okay.
Dreaming of things that will never be.
I'll find her. She's possibly in the Blighted Lands. We're gonna head north eventually.
So, at this point, Zayden just says, well, thank you for your service to this guild. Hopefully you'll consider joining our ranks in some way, but until then, feel free to make use of our guild hall. Feel free to grab a drink from the bartender over there. We also have a job board.
Say, how does this guild feel about potentially consuming rival guild members?
And you see
Going to the job board. Leaving him behind. I'm done.
he smiles and says, I'll just look the other way.
I might be interested then.
So you finish your meeting with Zayden, and he goes back to sipping his cocktail in the corner with his umbrella indoors. And you guys head to the job board?
Sure, let's see what
I
else
just
is
want to
available.
look to see if I recognize any names, because maybe we already killed them.
That is a good point. We have been killing a lot of people.
So the job board is all in Thieves' Cant, which Tom, I think, can read, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they figured. So the job board, there's one job listed currently, and it's very vague. It just says smuggling job. See Kelwin for details. 300 gold reward.
If only I had a boat.
Well, we saw how well that worked out last time.
I
Maybe,
mean,
maybe it's a land.
if we did
Maybe
want
it's
a
a
boat,
land smuggle. Yeah, couldn't you build a boat? You make.
well, I was more
things.
thinking. So it's a slightly crazy idea, but they said that the dynasty have got a lot of activity in their quarter, right? Lots of ships, and we know a crew of pirates in the market for a new ship.
You want to steal a dynasty boat?
Grand Theft
Is that
Ocean.
what you're getting to? Absolutely. Let's do it.
Sure, I'm game.
But
Alright,
can
so
we
I'm
take
gonna
at least a couple of the
take-
pirates with us so that they can
Well, that's what I
like
figured.
get the rigging
I figured
and
we'd
stuff,
offer
right?
them. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking that we offer them that either we could just, give them the gold, or we can help them to secure potentially a bigger and better vessel already.
Mm-hmm.
And
Already
at the same
loaded
time,
with
that gives us
like armaments and stuff. Yeah.
exactly, and it gives us potentially a crew who would then sail us to the prison, because Lord knows we can't sail there.
We tried. It did not work well.
We can give it another go.
The only thing The only hiccup might be that they probably need to go back to their island to
They definitely will
square
need
up
to
Mhm.
get
Yeah, so it can be a
to
round
dig.
trip.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we can give it another go.
Sure.
I mean,
So
is
what's
that
it
all we
gonna
have to try and find some other way to get there? Whether that's finding a ship that we can charter or finding a crew willing to risk heading to an infamous prison island?
Exactly.
or
Like, yeah.
we do the fake prisoner route, you know, the Trojan horse with Sinevi and glucose.
I
Well, we have at
guess.
least 3 people who
It
would
wouldn't
be
take
good for prisoners.
And I guess Glucose does
Oh,
already have the
I'm pretty sure
reputation.
he's got a warrant out here.
Hmm.
Well, there.
It's because of the price of my cheese. It's criminal.
The price of cheese is criminal.
too good. It's too damn high. What was the name on the job board to see?
It said, speak to Kelwin.
All right, so maybe this 300 gold or this job could be passed to Attila to smuggle because they are pirates.
Okay.
But anyway, but I just wanted to take down that name in case that's something we consider.
Okay, definitely worth considering. I like the idea of getting one of their ships, as long as we have people who know how to sail this time. That was a small oversight on our part.
Guys are overreacting. It wasn't that bad.
The boat sank.
The ship sank in the
We're
harbor.
heading to an island. Yeah, we need.
We
if
kinda
we
need-
to get off the island. We need a boat.
I mean, I know you can swim home, but the rest of us can't.
That sounds like a you problem.
I mean, I could fly. Mel could cast fly. Maybe we get back to shore. You know what? Whatever. Figure it out.
Mel would probably forget about it, and we'd end up in the ocean halfway here.
Hmm.
Guys, she's right there.
We could do that thing where we
Shit, when did
fly
she
them
get
in the
here?
bags of.
Mel's just crossing her arms. And she's like, I already had a dagger held through my throat today. Don't pick on me.
Wait, sorry,
Yeah,
no.
you and Onyx should become besties. She totally saved you.
And Onyx is right next to you guys and just says, yeah, I did. And Mel's like, Jesus, where did you come from? It comes full circle.
You see, Mel?
See how annoying that is, Mel?
Isn't it satisfying?
So Onyx just says, did I hear that you're looking for Kelwin?
We could talk to her depending on the size of the thing that she needs smuggled. That might we might just luck out and have the perfect crew for the job.
Well,
Couldn't hurt to talk to her.
Kelwin's right over there. And she points to a kind of stout looking halfling in the corner with her hair kind of braided back.
All right, let's introduce ourselves.
Real quick, Ryland, make a history check.
I'm gonna go get the
Oh
popcorn.
no.
Okay. So, something about this figure is kind of tickling the back of your brain. Something seems familiar, but you're not sure what.
I should know this person, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Is this your mom?
No, my mom's dead.
Right.
Tom, so insensitive.
Hey.
Unlike you, I know who my mother was.
So much shade.
I'm gonna walk up to Kelvin, but with the sad face on.
Okay.
Hi.
Are
And
you my mom?
We might be able to. We're
Genevieve.
inquiring about the job.
Genevieve, do you still have the wand of smiles? We can turn that frown upside down.
I don't think I do.
I
I thought we
have it.
sold the wand of smile.
We
Oh.
did. Yeah.
You know, it wasn't worth anything. I didn't sell it.
Oh.
Well, there you go. You hold the key to your own happiness, Tom.
Unfortunately, I do speak Halfling, but I don't speak. I don't remember what I'm supposed to remember. So
I love you.
Love it too.
The kids are not thrilled, just FYI. I told them they can text me and video chat with me if they need to and whatever.
so, you guys walk over, and Tom making his sad face. The halfling just goes, "Oh, why do you look so sad?"
That's just Tom. You get used to it.
Just generally sad.
he may have. I may have said something that upset him.
Yeah. You know, it's strange. It always seems to have something to do with us when he gets sad, but
Usually,
I mean, you guys bring up some things repeatedly.
hey, you brought up my dead mother first. It was only fair.
You said you might know this person. Usually it's family.
And at that
Yeah,
point,
but-
you
Hey,
notice
Hey,
the
Kelvin,
halfling.
do you know Ryland?
She was already staring straight at Rylan this entire time. But, at this point, Kelvin says, "Yes, and matter of fact, I do. You might not remember me, though. It's been a while."
Yeah, human brains are so mushy.
Well, I'm Kelvin Applesong. And I believe I was friends with your mother.
Oh,
oh great. Okay,
that's
more.
why I remember you.
Yeah, I didn't keep traveling with the tribe after what happened in Voxfell. I decided to travel south and go my own way and see what happened.
More
Yeah.
friends with relatives.
But you're doing okay?
I'm doing. I'm doing. I made some friends and doing some fun traveling and yeah.
Well, that's good to hear.
So, what exactly happened in this place?
Well, it all kind of happened really fast. I know some things went down with some guards in Voxfell, not really welcoming our people in the town, and, well, Ada tried to stand up for us, but ended up being cut down, and at that point,
Yeah.
I don't know if I should share or if you should. I know it's not
Well-
my
well-
business.
I kind of don't remember a lot that happened because there were a lot of guards and a lot of whistles and yeah, I kind of it kind of ended. I remember a lot of red.
And I remember seeing a lot of it too afterwards, but I'm glad you're all right. I kind of fled the scene. I should have stayed behind to check on everyone, but
Well,
I tend to have a selfish side.
it happens and it's all in the past.
Have you heard anything of the tribe? I've heard a little bit, at least where they've settled recently.
Yeah, I heard where I heard where they settled, but um yeah, after Mom died, I kind of didn't want to stick around. Besides, I think they didn't really trust. Well, it's not they don't trust me. I kind of have a little bit of a temper.
Well, your temper bite
Think-
would have been what saved us all that day, so I don't see it as that.
I
Oh.
mean, all things, but you're not the one who has to deal with it on a daily level.
And Cullen
No,
just...
no offense to your right. No offense to your island. Soul of the earth.
Cullen just says, well, if you're ever interested in seeking them out, last I heard, I think they were just north of Sundance Village, up in the New Ovian Forest.
Sundance Village. Okay.
And
We were there.
some of our tribe actually, well, worshipped the Saint Mona, which actually made me working for this Thieves Guild a natural draw. But I think they ended up combining
Well,
with another tribe, but it's been really good to see you.
Yeah, I thought they combined. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they combined with another tribe for safety's sake and numbers and that. Last I heard.
I'm just glad everyone's alright. Well, is there anything I can do to help any of you? I saw you talking to Zayden, so you must be in the
Well,
guild.
Tom,
We're
you're
on
up.
our way. Yes. We're in good standing with the Moonshroud Guild. I'm kind of considering using my expertise in particular as a full member. I'm not sure about the rest of my compatriots. They have similar goals, but not necessarily similar motivations. And I was interested in inquiring about what we might need to smuggle for this job.
Well, this job's interesting because, well, even if you accept it, I can't tell you many details. Because the most secrecy will ensure that there's no backstabbing or anything that goes wrong.
That's true. I mean, I don't need to know what it is, more the size of it. Because depending on the size of it,
And where it
is that
needs
a
to
land
go.
smuggle or is that, and where it needs to go? Yeah. So
Yeah, we kind of need to know where it needs to go. Yeah.
some more logistical details rather than internal ones.
Well, I can let you know that this thing is rather large, and it should be dropped off at the Mask Requiem in the Solace Inn.
Oh. I mean, we were thinking about talking with them anyway.
We were, so
So
that would be a
that
good inn to go. Yeah.
the Solace Inn. That's yeah. I think we can easily take this job. What do you guys think?
I think that would be a reasonable.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Well,
What are we doing again?
wait.
So this smuggling job seems pretty easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
what's
just
the catch?
we're taking it to where it wants to go. It seems a lot of money for that smuggling job. Are we smuggling a bomb in to and you're gonna blow up on us?
No, they're neutral. I mean, but let her say it.
And Calvin just says, no, not that. It's, more of a high pay for your silence. If that can be understood.
Okay.
So that way we have more invested any of you have loose lips.
Okay.
Loose lips and chips.
I sort of glanced at Glucose about the loose lips.
I'm completely failing to think of a cheese-based pun. I apologize.
Well, I was thinking of runny cheeses and things, and I just can't come up with any names. So,
Is there a-
believe that I can keep a secret.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a very good secret keeper.
So funny. And
who are we dropping this off to?
You'll want to look for Layla Harper in the Solace Inn. She's the best person to make sure the package gets delivered safely. Other than that, to pick up the package, you should head to the dock district and look for something in chains.
Okay.
Thingy.
Around noon tomorrow. As an estimate.
Yeah. I like it, Kelvin. Seems right up our alley.
it does.
I mean, does it though?
We can keep a secret, and we wanted to talk to them anyway. Fine.
Can we?
Yeah, we don't even know. It's easy to keep a secret. We don't know what's in the box. I don't care.
Exactly.
What if it's your mom?
She's in the Blighted Lands right now.
As far as you know.
And as far as I know, my mom's a ghost. Both of them.
No, probably.
So do you guys ask anything else of Kilwin?
We
I'm
have the
good.
name of the person, and what we know which of the guilds we're supposed to drop it off at, right? Like which branch?
This is Mass Requiem Guild, and
Okay.
we're going to the docks first. Is this one of those like you give us 150 and they give us 150, or they give us all 300, or you give us all 300?
Well, the Masked Requiem was the ones who put in the request. They asked us because we tend to be a little bit more subtle in our approach.
So the Mass Requiem gave this to you to give to them. I thought you guys didn't get along with each other.
The Masked Requiem.
No, this guild is super neutral.
Oh, okay.
We'll deal with whoever gives us enough gold. The Phantom Vanguard seems to want nothing to do with anyone anymore, but the rest of them are okay. I in particular have never had problems working with Rogue's Honor or even the Fallen Dragon. They usually have a good business.
Okay.
So, just out of curiosity, how many people are going to die from this?
Wait, what?
How many people are expected to die from this? I think is what he said.
Yeah.
If you do things correctly, there should be little to no casualties. At least not on our numbers.
Let me rephrase the question. Are we delivering something lethal?
Isn't that what I asked? Are we delivering a bomb?
Yes. She said.
I think I
that
flat
this
out
is like a
said
thing
that.
that's gonna blow up. Yeah, this is not on the. I don't know.
But this is something that their guild has
let's
asked your guild to move back to their guild.
maybe we need like an insight check from somebody just to assuage suspicions.
Who's
I
got
don't-
high insight?
Anyone who wants to.
I have
Alright.
+6.
Ooh.
I only have a +2, but I got a 19 on that.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Ooh, 20.
So, Ryland and Sunivi, you are put at ease a little bit because you read into some of the language that she's using, and you begin to understand, with Tom's help, that the secrecy is more to protect anyone from interjecting or getting involved with this meeting when they shouldn't.
Okay.
It's to protect both the people who take the job, but also what's being picked up.
I see.
So it's likely to a very magical object or something of the like.
Guys, stop asking questions. Ignorance is bliss.
Anyway,
You're not
ignorance
sure?
is bliss. Let's go.
You just know to look for something in chains.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's big.
And the less we know, the better. Got it.
Yup.
Are
Awesome.
the chains really necessary?
Maybe it's alive. It doesn't matter. Stop asking. You could tell who's a thief and who's not. Like, jeez, guys, just be more chill. More chill.
So,
Isn't your curiosity piqued? Like, don't I thought thieves were very curious by nature.
No, I care about me, myself, and I want to make sure that the job gets done. I'm trying to put in a good face for this guild.
Okay.
It's just the thing that if I'm gonna be killing people, I would at least like to know that I'm killing them instead of just being surprised afterwards.
No. Be surprised. That way you can do plausible deniability when you eat them.
That's the fun in
He
that.
likes to know where his food comes from.
Exactly. The first
I
hunt.
also think that in order to maintain your secret identity, you would want to not know anything about what's going on right now.
What's secret identity? I'm a lizard.
Well,
I stand out like a sore thumb.
We could fix that. We have ways.
Andrew,
of
wait.
disguising.
You have
Don't-
ways of disguising a lizard man with a great big tattoo of a saint on his back, wearing assless chaps.
Yeah, there
Do
are
not-
ways.
Do not touch the tail.
I'm just saying.
so at this point, you have a new job. You were paid for the other job that you did, and the evening is now yours.
And we have to go talk to some pirates.
I mean, we could do that, but like
In the morning.
How many of them are here?
How many guild members or how many pirates?
Pirates.
So you saw Attila, the same wizard from earlier. And then you saw 4 to 5 deckhands.
The thing is, they did come here on a ship, and we needed a ship. So why don't we just borrow the ship?
Because we
Not
need to
stealing
be
two
able.
boats from the same island.
That would be really rude.
It's not stealing.
I
it's
like
borrowing.
I like Derek's idea of going and liberating a new ship for them.
And we could just borrow the current ship. I'll get it back.
Give them the ship as payment for the other ship.
Okay.
Or we could liberate a ship and pay for as payment for the other ship, and maybe they could teach us how to sail so we can, get to the island and get off the other island.
Well,
What do you say, Glucose? Should
there's
we,
nothing
should
we.
we take that ship?
I'm not sure what Lucas would So in this instance,
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's-
happy with
it's-
offhand
it's
comments. I'm not happy to just directly sign him up to, yes, let's go back to my old prison.
I mean, that is
We
probably what
have
we
to
would
save the
say. Like,
boys.
whatever gets him to the prison faster.
yeah, he does say,
Well, let
"We'll have to spring the boys" a lot, so he would probably just say that.
To remind us that he
we-
has friends that
there-
he wants us to get out. Yes.
there are multiple paths to victory here. We don't
Well,
have to,
back me up.
like
Stealing from a thief isn't really stealing.
they're pirates, not thieves.
They're the same thing. They're just thieves at sea.
And Mel just says, "Wasn't our whole thing that we wanted the ship to look dynasty for when we go to the prison,
Guess that's a fair
and not
point.
just like some random pirate ship?"
Yeah, that is a fair point.
I still like my idea with the fake prisoners.
This is where we
Well,
went well.
You could still use that idea. We'd have a dynasty ship to make it look real.
You could, yeah, we have a dynasty ship. We could make our fake prisoners on our fake dynasty ship as we go over. With a crew that might actually know how to sail.
All right,
Your
fine.
master
So let's
plan's
say
coming
we
together, Tom.
If we steal a dynasty ship and say, "Hey, Attila, this is for you, but can you crew it for us to sail to this island so
prison
we can drop
island.
off some fake prisoners?"
We can always
Everybody's
offer
a
to
win,
pay
win,
them
win,
for their
win.
services.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a multi-win situation. All right.
Yeah.
Although you're gonna have to accept the fact that the ship may or may not be sunk by the prison guards.
I don't have to tell them that. Plausible.
I'm not
deniability.
telling that. If everything goes right, they should get a new ship, and it should become easy peasy.
To be fair, they are pirates. They're probably used to the idea that if something goes wrong, they could lose their ship and their lives.
Exactly.
And why are they so upset at us?
Because we stole it from right under their nose when we were supposedly their friend.
I think they're just bitter.
Quite possibly.
I wonder
They've
why.
earned the right to be bitter.
Entirely plausible
I-
and
I-
kind of understandable.
I want to go back to the magic shop. You guys can have like drinks here if you want,
Okay.
or you can come with. But we've already been to this magic shop with you guys, so it's up to you.
I'm gonna check up on my on the corpse situation.
Okay.
And Zayden
Hope
just
your
says,
hunger is satisfied.
Can I
"Give
buy
it
you a
at
drink,
least
Auntie?
24 hours, please."
Oh,
We
Can
have
I buy
to
you a
move.
drink, Auntie?
And she just says, I mean, we're not related by blood, but I would love
That's
to have a drink with you."
It's never stopped me from calling somebody family before. Of course, it's a little
Aw.
dangerous to be my family because, well, my family has an unfortunate habit of dying on me, so maybe you don't want to be related to me.
Well, you don't have too many friends when you're a thief, so I'd welcome it.
Yay!
So, Ryland's having drinks with the halfling. Sunevi's checking on the dead bodies. Derek, what are you doing at this time?
That's a very good question. What's the... Obviously, I'm assuming, other than Lycidas, all the other saints were sort of friendly and allied against him. But what is the relationship between Mona and Nightingale?
So, they historically are known for getting along really well. They connect on the aspect of grief because Mona is actually the sister of the former Saint of Sunlight, who basically sacrificed himself to make sure that Lycidas couldn't continue the war. And Nightingale was his like successor and mentor. So they get along very well on that front. Almost like sisters.
In which case, I think Derek is probably going to spend. Is there a shrine, chapel, some kind of space dedicated to Mona that's available?
Yes, they do have an altar in the guild hall, but then there's also the main temple itself.
Well, probably just within the guild hall itself. Derek will probably just go and just spend some time in quiet contemplation at the altar.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a religion check because it's fun.
Oh boy, is Tom going to miss out again? No, not Tom, Sinevi. Sinevi going to miss out again. Let's
Sinevi's
see.
going to miss it again, yep.
Or maybe. We'll see.
I mean, he should. He keeps trying to eat people that worship Saint
Oh,
Mona.
damn.
Nice! Natural 20.
That is a very good roll, but also out of character, they don't worship anything once they're dead.
But they were former. I don't know.
They don't worship anything once they're dead.
So
Plain and simple.
on a natural 20, you feel inspired just being in an area that respects Saint Mona and just knowing the history and the connection between her and Saint Nightingale. Even though you don't worship Saint Mona, there's a deep reverence there. And she seems to respect that as well. As she... let me ask you this. Does Derek already have dark vision?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. What's the range on it currently? Is it 60 feet?
60, yes.
Okay. So... we'll say that her blessing is a little different. Whereas Saint Nightingale felt like some sort of warmth, or just like friendly face. You feel the cold night air begin to settle in, and your eyes begin to adjust, and we'll say that for the next 24 hours you can see through magical darkness. You just feel more attuned to the night itself.
I am the night.
Religion checks are fun.
Also,
Alright.
I will say, if Nightingale had shown up again, I would absolutely have removed the tattoo with a cheese grater.
That's amazing.
I was just wondering if it was going to be a different saint and just Sinevi just gradually misses out on missing all the saints. As Derek's just like on a road trip meeting each of them. Like,
Including
hi.
Fossick, which is the one he worships. Poor Sinevi.
I mean, I suppose the Navy doesn't have, he hasn't a provision in religion, and he has a +0, so he's like the worst cleric ever.
Poor Sinevi. That's amazing. So,
Because for some reason, even though clerics need wisdom, religion is intelligence.
yeah, that's always been interesting to
That's
me.
a curiosity.
Don't question it.
So I have a higher religion with my +1.
I've always viewed it as like, you know a lot, like, book-wise about religion, but that's just how I've interpreted. Based on the role.
You can know about the theory. You can know about the theories of the different religions without actually being religious.
That's amazing. So, rest of you are staying in the guild hall, but Tom is heading back to the astronomer. And
Yes, please.
it's night is settling in, and the enchanted sky within the building
I
is...
motion Mel to come with me.
She would.
Yeah.
She's always interested in
Big
magic
sister
items.
energy.
But the night sky actually blends in a little bit more now that it's getting darker outside. But you see the same gentleman, the astronomer, with his long white beard, look at you and just say, "Oh, you're back."
Yes, we were successful in our task, and Zayden has given me permission to inquire about potential membership and tattoo adornment, and possibly magical tattoo adornment.
Ooh. Well, there's a different process for each of those. If you're just inquiring about normal tattoos, now that you're a member of the guild, I can do that for free, per Zayden's request. But the magical tattoo will cost, but of course, it will come at a discount considering you saved our sector from the monster below, it sounds like. Let's say, what was it you were looking to do?
Well, I definitely want to brandish my forearms with some more lunar phases, uh, maybe like a dragon with crescent moon eyes, or something behind clouds with like moonfire coming down, or general membership tattoo adornment on the forearms.
Okay.
And then potentially the magical one. I think I want to put it on the wings, and I'll unfurl the wings because I love showing them off.
Interesting. And what magical effect are you looking for? Although I think as a DM I already know.
Yeah, I have been vying for a particular set of skills that I think would serve the guild happily, and that one.
Interesting. So,
I mean, if you have something else that in mind, I'd be interested in learning what's available. But this is what I've heard of from a few different sources.
okay. So, he just says, I think I can make that happen. What would you say? 600 gold?
I might have that. What do you think, Mel? Is this a good idea?
And Mel just says, I am here for support, and that alone.
All right. So that's confirmation. All right. I have some things that might get me to where I need to be. What was the value of that wand of smiles?
So, I think he ended up pricing it at like 15 gold.
On a good day.
On a good day.
It's a great day, for everyone. Saved the guild hall from evil. Right, so I'll put the wand of smiles on the table. And I have 526. So 526 plus 15 is 541.
Okay.
So I need 59. Hold on. 59. I also have a potion of fire breath, which I was saving for a rainy day, but it is what it is. How much might that run me?
Potion of fire breath, and he kind of takes a look at it and says, this is a highly sought after item. I could do 70 gold.
And we have a deal.
Okay. So you sell some items and you're cool. And he was like,
I
do you...
I think I get to keep 10 gold for the rest of my day.
Nice. So he just says, do you have time tonight? It might take some time, but we can make it happen.
Oh, I was already disrobing, so
Nice. So we'll say for the purposes, just because you're getting multiple tattoos with the forearms and the ghost step tattoo, that it's going to take until about midnight, but it does get done.
all right.
And Mel's just cracking up, laughing and eating popcorn the whole time.
Yeah,
Where does she keep getting the
it's not the
popcorn
first
from?
time.
Magic.
She got it from Sunimi.
Yep.
Wait, why is there flesh in this popcorn?
Was it what?
So,
Don't question it.
Tom has a new tattoo. Is there anything else you guys would do before you settle down for the long rest?
Can I gently question Auntie to see if she knows about my tattoos that the tribe gave me?
Yes. So, she would just say, that was never, excuse me, that was never my skill set per se, but I know that some of those with an affinity for nature used to get tattoos just to signify their bond with the nature spirits.
Cool.
And of course, some of them worshipped Mona, some of them worshipped Fossick. We're an eclectic tribe.
Well, at the end of the day, as long as everybody's happy, that's the important thing. Right?
No.
No.
That is true. And then she just asked, do you answer to a particular deity?
I've met Saint Nightingale, and she
You've
seemed
met
pretty
her?
cool. Well, yeah, we were. It's this big thing. We were kind of in the swamp, and she kind of came down because one of our party is a devotee of Saint Nightingale, and anyway, and she came down, and she was really cool. But I don't really like worship. I don't think any particular one right now. Just because, well, I've seen a lot of bad stuff going on, and and it's always like, well, if they're so powerful, why don't they help with all the bad stuff? Why do they let all the bad stuff happen? And that whole question.
That's fair. I would say it's possible that your connection is to nature itself. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's it. I mean, like, because I know that everything happens. Sometimes what one species will see as a disaster, another species will see as a great boon for them. So, things go in waves and ebbs, things like that. And it's not always like quote unquote the human perspective that matters, or the perspective that matters, right?
That's a fascinating way to look at it, but yeah, I do see that.
But yeah, just more of the whole circle of life thing going right now, I think.
That's amazing.
Not
She said it. She said it.
and we suddenly have the Lion King playing in the background.
Yeah. So, she just says, whatever path you choose, know that a variety of walks of life were always welcome in a tribe. We never really worshipped one specific thing. So, just be yourself, and I know your mother would be proud of you.
You think so? I mean, like I said, I have this real bad temper that sort of sneaks out of me.
Well, it sounds like it's done a lot of good with what I hear around the guild, so I think you're doing all right.
Some of my party mates might disagree. I think I've stabbed the ball.
It's fine. We've had worse, I think.
They look like they can handle it.
Everybody in the party stabbed everybody in the party. We're kind of not. We're kind of a little of what is that word? Dysfunctional.
What
We
family
put the
is
fun
it?
in dysfunctional.
Yep.
And
That is painfully accurate, actually.
she just says, oh, that happens whenever you have a group of people traveling together. It's bound to be a variety of eccentric combinations.
Oh, we are definitely a group of eccentric character. I'll tell you that.
Are there any other questions you would ask of her?
No, that's probably her main thing.
Yeah.
Just enjoy talking about old times with mom.
That's awesome. So, I think we'll actually wrap up the session there
No.
then. Oh, Sudevi, did you have something?
Yeah, you know, since everybody's gone and done their own things, and I'm sort of just left to my own devices. This might be fun. I'm gonna go hang out with the pirates at the Alainn.
Oh yes, we do have to pay them. Yeah, see what their thoughts are on our plan.
Go hang out with them.
Make
What their
a
thoughts are on the plan.
make a persuasion check to see how likely they are to hang out with you without being paid.
Well, that's not gonna work well. Let's see here. Hey, that might actually work quite well. Just a second.
You actually have
A second.
You are very persuasive considering
Yeah.
you shouldn't.
21.
Nice. Well, you have a great time at another tavern. The pirates really know how to throw a party, and for the night they're drunk enough to where they don't remember that you owe them money. So you guys are all just dancing and having a good time, drinking that sludgy gray ale, and the hangover
That
is bound
reminds
to be
you of
really
home.
bad.
No, I kind of feel like I should probably have multi-class into a bar instead.
It's
my-
pretty accurate.
With my incredible 8 charisma.
And so Sudevi's
Yeah, that's
partying.
what I kind of.
Tom missed out on the party. He's in pain, being tattooed.
Yeah, I'm being stabbed over here. Got Mel watching me eating popcorn, and you're gonna party it up with pirates. What is this? What is this world we live in?
It's a strange one.
I'm all for it.
So we have a split party, but I think we'll end the session there for this evening. That was an interesting session.
Always fun to split a party.
It's always great.
Always ends when it always ends perfectly safely.
DM loves it. But we're going to say goodbye to Twitch. Thanks for everyone, especially Dak, for hanging out in the chat. You're awesome, and we will be back next Friday, same time, same place. And we'll see what happens when the party tries to take on this job at the docks. And how little information they have. But we'll catch you next Friday. Bye!